Okay, hey there. This is Kim, and this is really it's just a collective message. It's not going to be a reading. I am being called to tell you about my dream that I had last night because I think it's significant. First of all, let me point out this was my mother who passed away in 2023, and her birthday is today, what would have been today. And so, Christmas night, I'm having a very vivid dream. I usually remember my dreams quite vividly, but there's this weird thing that I do in my dreams. And whenever spirit is guiding me to pay attention to this specific part, I will, like myself in the dream, will try to pull out a phone and take a picture of of whatever it is that they're showing me in the dream. And that happened. So I made this drawing today because there's two moons. That's the biggest part. The rest is supposed to be swirls in an angel's wings. Okay, it's just kind of, she's a mess, so I love her, and her hair kind of looks like mine today, so it's great. But these two moons, okay. It didn't start off with the two moons. Okay, so the dream starts off with people in cars, and I'm in a car. We're all I'm actually kind of late. I noticed this. I have to turn around and get back in a line. We're all going to this particular building. It's a big building. I don't really have an understanding of why we're going to this building. I just know this is where I'm supposed to go. So, okay, like I said, I was late. I ended up getting a little backtracked. So I turn around, get back in line, get into this building, and it looks similar to a hospital slash nursing home, but the patients are gone. Where there would have been older people in beds, in nursing home beds, they were gone from the beds, right? And then I get to this, it was strange, okay? It's kind of chaotic. And it's almost like we're moving through a museum. Like people are meant to look at things. And there's also this lady that's in a, have you seen one of those float tanks with the lid that goes on top of, like you lay down in it and a lid goes on top of you? She was in something that looked like that. It was cream colored, and this lid came down, and from what I saw, it was like electricity. It was shocking her to come back to life. Okay, that was really strange. Really strange. It was this bed, it shocked her to life. Okay. Then the dream turns into, all of a sudden, the people are not in like a poor condition anymore. They're going to school, and there's teenagers there, like children, and they're in school. And I feel like I'm part of this school somehow. Yeah, okay. I feel like I'm part of this school because there's some sort of class. I'm in a class, and then I have to go outside to get something. So I go outside, I go to the car, which I go to a car outside, and I look in the sky, and that's where this comes in. This was so vivid, so clear to me. It was a bright blue sky. And I don't know if you remember, but if you watch my videos, it might have been like a month or two ago, maybe longer than that. I had a dream of 3 red moons, and one of them was glitching out. In this dream, it was different. It was moons, but it was 2 moons and a blue sky. And that's when they had me have this feeling like, oh my goodness, I'm looking up, I'm like, wow, this is a sight to see. No one is going to believe me. I need to pull out my phone. I try to pull out my phone and take a picture of these 2 moons, and as I'm doing it, the moons it's like time sped up. It was like being in a time warp. Everything shoo, just moved really fast. I didn't have a chance to capture it on my phone in the dream. So the reason why this dream is really interesting to me is because I'm not the only one that has been having this dream of 2 moons. But I just now had it myself last night. It happens to be on Christmas night, and then it happens to be on would have been on my mother's birthday, whom I always look to as my angel here. So I got up and I drew this because the 2 moons is supposed to, or it's believed that this marks the second coming of Christ, which in my philosophy, I look at it as the return of Christ consciousness. But, you know, I mean, it can be open to interpretation, I think. However, I'm getting the same messages that some other people are getting. And I'm not a religious, like, by the book religious person, and I'm getting these signs. So I just thought, wow, I need to tell you all, I need to let you know about that dream that I got. Pay attention to the dreams. There's something here that's changing right now, and it's going to change really fast, and so fast you won't be able to take a picture of it. Right? I was using this pendulum. It was a gift to the channel, actually, this Christmas. So I was using it, asking questions about Three-Eye Atlas, and just talking about things in the sky. I just want to add it because of the messages they gave me, was that it has a spiritual significance, only that spiritual significance is not a mothership or things living inside of it, but it is a sign. It is a prophecy. Immediately when I got that answer, I thought to refer to Hopi prophecy. I think that is most likely what Three-Eye Atlas may represent in our solar system. This is prophecy, and I feel like all of the prophecies are coming together, you could say, for a big show. Yeah. So, and I want to quickly add to, I keep saying that, don't I? And I'm still here. I had an experience about oh my goodness, it's almost been 6 years ago. It's almost been 6 years now. But my experience with what people call awakening could also be called judgment. I don't know if you've experienced something similar, but I had a force or a power come into my life that woke me up to absolutely everything that had been occurring in my life, good and bad, and every detail about everyone and everything, and highlighted every single thing I'd been doing up until that point. And with these signs coming, I'm going to go as far as to say that I think possibly that we have been through judgment, or we have been through some type of tribulation. And now that would be the coming of this part of the prophecy. Of course, no one really knows any kind of specific time, and it's still just my opinion. But the judgment, by the way, wasn't cruel. But it was to open your. It was like it cracked open my heart. How do I explain it? It's like, in a way, it was like a dark night of the soul that I went through, but there was the feeling of judgment where I was judging everything though, but there was a force or a power that was helping me see things. And I believe that this force, this power is the Holy Spirit, or what people talk about when they talk about the Holy Spirit. And I don't think judgment is to critique. I think it's to wake people up. And so what we call the Great Awakenings that's been happening could very well be the Great Judgment. But yeah, okay. So I'm even kind of nervous talking. I don't know if you can tell, but I'm even kind of nervous talking about this because I just knew I had to talk about it. I don't know. I would be interested to see, comment wise, I would, or if you don't feel like commenting, because not everybody wants to comment, on a public thing, you can email me. If you have a story or you have something similar to what I've been through, where there's a period of life, maybe let's look in the last 7 years, okay? Because I think that this is when this has happened, where it's like a spiritual psychosis, but it's judgment. It's judgment, and it was quite the experience that I went through. I'm so glad I didn't get stuck in that space, Oh my God, that would be horrible. I wouldn't be able to function. I wasn't able to do anything during that time except eat and sleep. So, yeah, if you want to email me and let me know what kind of experience you had. I dealt, during that time period, by the way, I just want to mention, I dealt with energies and entities of all varieties. You could label some not so great and some really good, but they were very much mixed. If that makes sense too. Yeah, woo, okay. Big topic anyway to even talk about, but so that's my message for you. Pretty personal, so yeah, that's just what I wanted to share. Okay.